What's the juice? Old Grand-Dad Bourbon. Basil Hayden Sr., known as Old Grand-Dad to the generations that followed, made bourbon the way he wanted. He went against the traditional grain of the time and chose to distill his bourbon with a higher percentage of rye. This way of crafting bourbon was likely something he handed down to his son, and in turn his grandson. That was Colonel R.B. Hayden, who would justly name his bourbon after his old granddad. The recipe today remains inspired by Basil's original with complex flavors and an unmistakable spiciness. First bottled in 1882, very little has changed about it. Dig this! Fun cocktail factoids. By the end of the 19th century, there were more than 4,000 whiskey and bourbon distilleries in the United States, many of which were in Kentucky. Distinctive product of the United States, unquote. During the Civil War, bourbon was used as a form of currency. According to the American Bourbon Association, to be classified as bourbon, a whiskey needs to be distilled from a mixture of grains or mash that's at least 51% corn. Bourbon must be aged in new charred oak barrels and cannot include any additives or colorings. To be designated straight bourbon whiskey, bourbon has to have been aged in new charred oak barrels for a minimum of 2 years.